The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.
Well, hello and welcome to the Big H Podcast. My name is Mike Hayes and I have Shelly Caamano. Can you say that name correctly one more time for me?
Caamano. You said
okay, thank you very much. And for those of you that don't know, she's the owner of Primetime Cheer and also is the Hilton High School cheer coach. And Shelly, what was your day like today? Just give me a day that's like in the life of Shelly.
Lots of running around. My evenings are super busy, so I go from school pickups, then right to Hilton practice here at Northwood, and then most nights I go right to Primetime and have some more practices. So
pretty busy, huh?
Yeah.
And so you also have a family, right? Tell me a little bit about that, your husband and children.
Yeah, so my husband's name is Steven. We have 3 boys. So he has his oldest son, Anthony, from another relationship. And then I have my son, Braylon. And then we have Lucas together. We met in 2012. So our boys were 3. And they are now, we've got a junior, a freshman. So they grew up together, you know, they were in diapers. So we've been together since we got married in 2015. We live in Spencerport right now, so we're Rangers. But my boys are athletes also. So they're soccer fiends. My husband is a soccer fanatic. So all 3 of his boys are playing soccer. They're in travel league. House league, school, you name it. So we're an athletic family, busy.
Yes, Spencerport has big tradition in soccer, right?
Yeah, so I have one who was on modified, and then my oldest made varsity this year, and they just won sectionals. It was so awesome, so cool to see your kid win a block. It's so different from a parent perspective than as a coach. It was so exciting that he got to feel, you know, what we get to feel, you know, so it was cool.
Yeah, you make a good point of, you know what it's like to coach it. Now you know how your son feels to live through it.
And to watch watch the win.
Right. Now you recently came off a 2024 Monroe County Division I championship. Is that correct?
Yeah, we won this fall. Yep.
Okay. And can you explain a little bit between game day cheer and competitive cheer? Like what's similar or what's different?
Yeah, it's mostly different than similar. So game day is the fall season of cheerleading. So what you'll see the teams competing are typically things you'll see them doing on the sidelines. So the routine format for game day is a band chant, then it would go into a situational sideline. We would then perform a cheer, and then we would go into a fight song. So it really is just the sideline material at a competition. So it's definitely different. It's a lot more basic skill, school spirit, the football game stuff. Like we do a sideline, in the competition routine. So it's very football based, and then competitive is such a fast pace. It's what we're used to and what you've probably seen, the tumbling and the difficulty in that and the stunting that goes up and all that incorporation, the pace of the routine. And it's more of a production, a show. So a lot more entertaining and a lot more energy in a competitive routine for sure.
Now, do the same girls compete in the game day cheer and the competitive, or do you have different girls go different
Yeah.
squads?
So this is just I mean, it's new to Section 5. So this is our second season doing it. The first season, we had the exact same team. So we had our fall cheerleaders were the competitive cheerleaders who were doing it. And then this year we had more girls on our game day team than we do in competitive. Again, it's a totally different sport. So the criteria to make game days a lot different than to make competitive. So we did have more in the fall. And then we took less for the winter, just based on that criteria. But yeah, it's typically the same pool of kids.
Okay. What type of track record do you have going back with like? Here's my thing. You got to brag a little bit. How many years have you won sectionals in a row, or sectionals, or your championships?
As an athlete,
because it seems like every time I'm turning on Twitter, you're winning another one.
Knock on wood.
All right.
It's so I had a great experience as an athlete. I went to East Rochester High School, and we won sectionals fall, winter, my entire career.
Okay.
And I know the importance of sectionals. It's the sole purpose of your season, right? Is to get to that sectional level and to win it. You know, you win it all. And so when I came to Hilton, I came in 2017. Off the top of my head, I feel like they hadn't won since maybe 2000 something. I'd have to double check, but it had been a significant amount of time. And so when I came in, my focus was just to build the program back. I was walking into new kids, you know, new skills. You know, I went from Wayne County coach to a Monroe County coach. It was a culture shock for sure. But I mean, the main difference was the admin support. I mean, the district support and these parents support. They will do what it takes. You know what I mean? And so it was just like the perfect recipe. And that very first season, we won sectionals. And that had been the first time, I think, for any of them, anyone in the program who had kids in the program. It was a big, big deal. And so once that happened, we were like, oh, we can do this. And I feel like year after year, we have a lot of, the returners know what it feels like to win. And so they do an incredible job at relaying what it takes to win and what it feels like to win to these new kids that come up. And they lead by example, and they pave the way. And it's a drive every season to be the contender for the sectional championship. So I think, you know, that being the main focus, and we know what it takes to win. And we always get it together for our biggest events. And I think I've been at Hilton 2017. So what is this? My eighth year, 7th or 8th year. And we've got seven since I've been here. So very exciting. I'm very proud. And these kids work their butts off. I mean, it's not just me, it's just a great dynamic. So.
Well, talking a little bit about what you said, you came from ER. Now, that was when you were participating, correct? And
so I cheered at ER, and then I coached at East Rochester. That was my first coaching job.
Okay. And so what did you see as like the ingredients or the recipe to put all that in together, to put sectional championships together? You mentioned a little bit about parents buy-in, administration. Tell me a little bit more about kids and what they have to do.
Skill wise, I mean, well, being on any varsity sport is a commitment, right? Cheerleading is just a whole different ball game. I mean, you need 100% participation, 100% attendance, hopefully 100% of the time, which is hard to do. But
Mm-hmm.
like if you've got one kid missing, your routine is incomplete. And it's tough because one kid doesn't show, four kids can't practice that day. And
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot of reps and a lot of work every single day to do what these kids are expected to do. I mean, the rubric is becoming so difficult in what they allow and what's becoming legal for high school athletes to do. I mean, we're at a point where we're starting upside down now and flipping to our feet. So, I mean, it's a lot and it takes a lot of training. For me too, I always make sure that I am learning how to properly do these skills before I just come in and tell the kids they got to do it. I mean, we try to alleviate as much injury as possible because this is such a contact sport. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it's just that you need everybody. And I think that's what makes this sport so, the athletes of like any cheerleader is a passionate athlete. They love it. And I think it's because of how much you need each other and depend on each other. And then any performance sport, that adrenaline, it just keeps you coming back. So the kids, they work hard and I demand a lot out of the kids. I tell them, I start off my parent meetings every season. If I'm here, they're here. I've got 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing their games. I'm here on my birthday. I'm here on their birthday. So are you. And respectfully, I expect the same in return. So, we have great support in that, and the kids, unless they're really sick, they're showing up. So I can't ask for, better commitment and more understanding and parents. And so we've got a great program that I'm super proud of. That's just keeps building.
Uh, how many levels do you have at Hilton? And name some
We've
of your
got
other coaches that are with you.
Yeah, we've got modified, and that is Courtney Hall, and we have JV, who is Jill, and then we have a varsity, which is myself, and then we've got 2 assistants. We have Maddie and Nikki, and Maddie and Nikki are new this year. They're coming on as volunteers. We're trying super hard to get some more coaching positions on board for cheerleading. It is, like I said before, becoming so intricate that one person
Mm-hmm.
cannot do it all. Safety
Mm-hmm.
wise, it's just impossible. So we do have 2 volunteers that come in, and it's just been so helpful to have 2 coaches per level. Getting the kids all on track. Sometimes people are moving at different paces, so we can split off, and it just makes for a much more successful practice and season for sure. Courtney and I and Jill. So Jill was the modified coach when I had come on in 2017, and she moved up to JV. So we've been together the whole time. And then Courtney came, I think, in 2019. So the 3 of us have pretty much been together for a long time. Oh, and I can't forget Sam Grossadonia. She's my assistant this season. She was
Okay.
one of my athletes. She graduated in 2021. And now she's
Nice.
coaching with me. Yeah.
So, how do you do it? You got a family, you got a husband, you got kids, you got a program, you got a business.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it? Like, do you have to give and take? How do you do it as a person,
Yeah,
as a
my
wife, as
husband's
a
super
coach?
supportive. And he knows that this is a part of me. It ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a part of my life in some capacity forever.
Mm-hmm.
And he understands that. I think showing him that I can turn my hobby and my passion into my career
Mm-hmm.
opened his eyes a bit too. So he's been really great. But yeah, it's give and take. I miss games, or I'm super late to games sometimes. We have to do birthday dinners a different day and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But it's not just me. My kids are in sports, so their schedules conflict too. But we
Of
work
course.
together. We make it work. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Primetime Cheer. How did that business develop, and tell me a little bit about your employees and what you offer to the public.
Yeah. So we opened Primetime in 2020. Um, and I really was just looking for a way to make my passion, my career. Um, And so my husband has owned many businesses in his life. So he is like the go-to for it. He knew all the steps I needed to take, everything I needed to file, all the steps, that we needed to take. And so we just started to look into it and things just fell into place. And it was like, okay, are we really going to do this? And, the stars aligned and we opened in April of 2020. I am located in Gates. It's right by the Garden Factory. It's super right in the heart of Gates Center, and we offer club travel cheerleading teams. So we have 8 teams currently. We've got our tiny team, so it ranges from 4 years old to 18 years old. And they train all year, and we travel and compete we do some in New York, we go to Pennsylvania, we go to Ohio. So it's super fun. Yeah, I wanted to make a gym where, anybody who wanted to cheer can cheer. I mean, you can come with no experience. We're here to train, and cultivate, a passion for cheerleading. So, yeah.
Do any of your own team, Hilton, go to there too first, and then they move into the school, or no?
No, the younger generation is, yeah, I've got some Hilton junior cadet kiddos in there, but we've got a big Churchville, Brockport community. We've got Henrietta. We've got people from everywhere. So, but yeah, we do have a few little junior cadets that will move up someday into the program, which is super exciting. Yeah, I love it.
How do you generate the junior cadet support into the high school support here in the Hilton community? Because I've seen sometimes where they join you at games and stuff like that.
Yes, those are our favorite nights. We always do a junior cadet night in the fall and in the winter. So we really want to have them have a good experience. I mean, it's funny because we look back at pictures from, years ago, and the varsity cheerleaders that I'm coaching right now were little junior cadets in these pictures. So, and they do a really great job at making it memorable for them. They were in their shoes. They know what a fun night that is for the parents, for the kids to cheer with the varsity cheerleaders. It's so exciting, and it gives them a little taste of what could be for them. We try to do some clinics with them too, where it's not just, a one night thing. We'll do like a 2-day camp. And then, like for this winter season, we have our showcase where our mod, JV, and varsity teams will perform our routines. And we've invited our junior cadets to perform with us. So they'll do their routines in between. It'll make for a great camaraderie, a great crowd, and support from the high school and the junior cadet families, and to all be in one spot doing what we love. It's great.
Where did you go to elementary school? You went to high school at ER, you said?
Yeah, so East
Okay.
Rochester is a tiny, tiny school. So the elementary, middle school, and high school are all in one building. Yeah.
Okay.
My graduating class was like 45, 60 people, like super, super small. So my experience is from a C school, but I had such an incredible time in high school cheerleading, and I just was hooked. And as soon as I got out, I graduated in 2006, and I got the JV job in 2008. And I coached there and moved up to varsity in 2012. And then in 2015, I had my son, Lucas, and then took the year off in 2016, and then saw a posting for Hilton. And it became difficult too, living in Spencerport and driving to East Rochester every day. It was becoming a commute, right? So when Hilton opened, I was like, it's right around the corner. Like, could it be too good to be true? And I just went for it. And here I am.
And here you are. Here you
Yeah.
are. Um, have you gone to any national tournaments with any of your squads?
Yeah. So
Explain
I
that.
think I'm trying to think dates, but I want to say I brought Hilton. We've gone every year. Um, we went 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're going this year. We go every year. But we go to different places. So we kind of bounce around. We go to Myrtle Beach. We've gone to Florida multiple times. We've gone to Maryland, Ocean City. Um, and we're looking to go to Dallas, Texas next year for the NCAA National Championship. So, um, nationals is always so much fun. It's like
Hmm.
everybody looks up to go, like they make varsity and they're like, are we going to nationals? Like, because it's such a privilege, and nationals is pay to play. So it takes a lot of fundraising. It takes a commitment from the families and the kids. Um, but they make it happen, and it's something that they look forward to and they love, and I'll always be down to bring them somewhere outside of the state of New York to compete. I mean, it's awesome when you go out of the section or out of the state and teams notice you, and you notice them starting to follow you on social media, and people start to know who Hilton is. And it's really cool. So I enjoy nationals. It's something I like to do each year.
What do you do for the fundraising? Sell a lot of candy bars, or what do you guys do to
Oh
make
my
all that money to
gosh.
travel?
Our biggest fundraiser that makes the most is when we host our competition.
Okay.
So we host our Hilton Spirit and Pride 2 times a year. So we host a fall one and we host a winter one. And it brings in so many teams. It brings in so many spectators from different communities. We've got, the team registrations, the admissions. We've got concessions. So it brings in the majority of our money. But again, nationals is pay to play. So we expect the kids to fundraise
Hmm.
individually. Our group events are really to cover the kids' season costs. So cheerleading is super expensive, right? You've got your bows that we need to pay for. They've got their tumbling classes that you need. You know what I mean? And so typically when you would make Hilton cheerleading, you'd get a piece of paper that said what you owed. It
Right.
was tumbling, your bow, your clinic. And so our parent booster club really made a flip for the better, and a new vision of like nobody should have to do a high school sport and pay a penny. So we
Hmm.
do a lot of our fundraising to cover the costs of the season. So really giving everybody the opportunity. Nobody should have to not cheer because they can't pay $100 for tumbling. But
Hmm.
those things are a necessity for the sport and to grow with it and keep up with it. So um, I love that that's what we can do for the Hilton kids.
What have you seen over the years of girls that have graduated from your program and then they get out in the world, and what have they taken from your team that helps them in later life?
Yeah. I keep in contact with a lot of the kids that have graduated. Some of them are still in the sport. They're either cheering in college, they're coaching in some capacity, they're assisting. But most of them, I'm proud to say, have gone to college, whether they've participated in a sport or not, and are really growing into incredible, incredible women.
Well, just in this 30-minute conversation, are you a competitive person by nature?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you? No,
It's
there's
just
nothing wrong with
it's
it. It
how
just seems like,
I grew up. I played, I mean, I didn't just cheer. I played
yeah.
soccer, I played softball in the spring. But I cheered fall and winter every
Hmm.
year of my life, and then after high school went into travel cheerleading. Um, so I
Yeah.
love to compete. I love
Yeah.
competition, games, anything, card
Hmm.
games, you name it. I'm all in.
Right. Hey, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Yep.
transport that down to your children too, right?
Yes, they are
Good.
competitive. They're good at what they do.
Uh, well, good.
Hmm.
Okay, got one more question. I'm going to let you go. If you could
Yeah.
go to dinner with anyone from history, who would it be? Some people may
From
pick a
history. Do
relative.
they have
Some
to be dead
people,
already?
No, I mean, they're like 2 seconds ago. That's history. So no, anybody, I guess.
That's true.
You're probably going to
Hmm.
name somebody from one of your reality shows.
I know. Well, now my mind is going through like a million people. I would probably do, I like Bruno Mars. He's my favorite
Okay.
singer. I would go to dinner with him.
Okay.
He's cool.
He's cool. Have you ever gone to one of his concerts or anything?
I have, yes. My husband brought me for my birthday. We went to
Okay.
Toronto. He is such a good performer. It was a lot of fun. It was a great show.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
good. I'm glad. Well, it's been good getting to know you over this 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
I knew of your success, and I look forward to seeing more of it. I'm
Oh,
glad you
thank
brought your
you.
talents to Hilton, and I've heard so many
Thank
good
you.
things about you. Um, and I look forward to seeing much, much more.
Thank you.
Shelly, thank you for joining me, and best of luck.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, thanks
Okay.
so
All right.
much.
Yep.
The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.